All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem Rachak double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well. Sorry. And honor and salutations to those of you who are of the hopeful elect and are out there teaching the word, the sincerity, truth. All right, so today I wanted to talk about something I was thinking about. Um, I can't remember exactly where it stemmed from, but I was having a conversation, I believe, and the thought was women don't feel comfortable unless they're in control, right? And they don't feel comfortable unless they are um, in a relationship with a man, the star of the show, and um, it's funny because if you look at popular culture, right? I said popular culture, but I should say just this modern society that we live in. Um, the talk about so-called the liberation of women, right? Um, it always seems to take precedent, right? You watch TV and you look at these TV commercials, and you watch movies and television shows, and it's all about um, the plight of women, right? And women being able to have some type of control. But we're coming up on a time where um, order is getting ready to be restored, right? Um, it's funny we talk about women's liberation, which is like so there's kind of two pieces to women's liberation, right? You have um, the political movement, right, that happened during the 60s and 70s, where women were marching and trying to vote and trying to be able to, excuse me, trying to be a part of the workforce and what have you. But then there's another piece of women's liberation that has always existed, where women have tried to take control over over men, and again, um, uh, order is getting ready to be restored, right? Um, so with these ideas of women's liberation, some of the things that have reinforced the ideas is Christianity, right? If you look at especially the black church, right, Baptist churches, um, the woman's role in the church is reinforce the idea that women should be the boss and women should be the head of the house. Women should be the head of the church. And um, I just remember being a kid, and I always think back to my childhood because I'm able to connect to how those types of things influenced me. I used to think that it was it was like against the law to be mad at women or to be upset with them, and that they could do no wrong. That was a thought that I had, and a lot of it developed from my experience in the Baptist church. Um, but the scriptures speak a different tune, right? It speaks um, it's not only expresses how a woman should be in the background. Matter of fact, let me see. I guess that's not good. That man should be alone. It's in Genesis. Bear with me for just a second here. Yeah. This is Genesis 2:18. It says, "And the Lord power said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him." Right? Matter of fact, let's go up in here, see what that help means. Hmm. It says help, succor, right? Help, succor again, one who helps, right? So, um, if you matter of fact, let's do that. I was gonna say if you look up the word succor, I believe it means like it sounds like security. But let me go to it. Yes, assistance and support in times of hardships and distress, right? And really that should be the role of the woman in your life as a help. I read a quote somewhere. I wish I could remember where I got it from, but it said that women should be uh, a supplement to your life, not the focus of your life. And that's true, man. I did it in the last well, one of the last shows I did. I talked about how Paul mentioned that a couple of things. One is he that have wives be as though they had none, and he who is married is concerned about the things that will please his wife, right? And those two things are very true, right? And again, your wife should be a supplement because your main focus is on your life work, and your life work is truth. And I'm telling you, man, when all of society is boiled off, right? When there is no more TV to look at, right? When there is no more bat your eyes at a man and he'll take you in. When times get serious, naturally, excuse me, order will be restored, right? Because then now your your role in the world will be based on the way the Heavenly Father designed it to be, right? You ain't gonna be able to be talking shit because it's gonna be a simple you think you could do it by yourself? All right, you take that young woman by the collar of her shirt and the waist of her pants, and you chuck her out of the house just like Uncle Phil did DJ Jazzy Jeff. You go out there and you try to figure it out on your own if you don't like what we got going on here in this program, and you're gonna see a lot of that, man. And, but what you're also gonna see is how excuse me, how women snap back into order, right? I went in here and I wanted to just share it. I'm not gonna read any of it, but what I want to show is this article from Oxford. It talks about the woman in ancient Israel and just their position and how they are supposed to be a help, right? A man who had many daughters was a wealthy man, right? Because for one, a lot of times a dowry would have to be paid for your daughter in order to be married, and then secondly, if you had a lot of daughters, you had a lot of what workers, right? Because what happens is when you have sons, what do they do? By the time they get 12, 13, they go out and they're starting their own lives, right? And your daughters too, right? But the more you had, the more wealthier you were, right? Um, for instance, right? You're giving your never mind. I won't talk. I won't speak to that. But anyway, the reason why I wanted to do this show was to show that the scriptures speak a different tune to a woman's position in the earth, and it's a shame that Christianity has played such a role in tarnishing the roles of men and women, and this is why there's a lot of contention and turmoil within these so-called romantic relationships. So let me go to yeah, let me go here. This is Micah 7:10. It says, "Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire in the streets." And this is the time that we're coming upon, man, where the world is getting ready to change. I just read I do my phone over there. I just read this is a quick um somebody posted a video last night or the day before, um and it talked about Israelite Removal Act, and basically it was a video. I haven't watched it. I probably watch it on the way to work this morning, but um what it sounds like is they're getting ready to make a move and start removing all our content off of YouTube. If it has anything to do with the chip, if it has anything to do with vaccinations, it's going to get taken off of YouTube, right? So the world is getting ready to change, man. And what are these women going to do? Are you going to fight? Are you gonna muscle your way through the world? No, you're gonna be trodden down like the mire in the streets, man. And what is mire? Matter of fact, let's look up mire so you can see exactly how you're gonna be treated if you're not in order, right? Mud, clay, mire, damp dirt, right? So you're gonna be trodden just like the dirt in the street, man. If you are a woman who is out of order, you're gonna see very quickly that it's not about you, and that it is necessary to follow the lead of a man, right? Let's see what else I got pulled up here. Um, yeah, This is Ecclesiastes 7:26. Actually, let me start at 25. It says, "I applied mine heart to know, and to search and to seek out wisdom and the reason of things, and to know the wickedness of folly, even the foolishness of madness." Right. So this is King Solomon talking, and he's saying that he's thought through these things, right? He searched them with his heart, and this is the conclusion he came to. "And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her." Right. So that speaks to the characteristics of these women, man. They try to trap you up uh, and really bring turmoil to your life, man. And you're gonna see um, how matter of fact, let me go to this. What is that scripture? I think it's Isaiah, but let me see. Yeah, let me see what this is. I think it's Isaiah 13. Yeah, this is Isaiah 13 and 12. It says, "I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir." Why? Because it's going to be hell to pay out here. And like you look at you, let's play the numbers game, right? Just sheerly based on the numbers, right? Um, Women outnumber men. I think in Atlanta, Georgia, I read somewhere that women outnumber men 10-1, right? So imagine now those numbers those numbers increase because when you think about what type of man you're going to need to be around to have some succor or some safety is men of the Lord, men who the Spirit of the Lord is on to move about through this world and be safe, man, and be covered by the Spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So those numbers heighten even more, right? Not just men in general, but specific men are going to be precious, right? And they're going to see the value of a man in the world. What this turmoil is going to cause is you to see the value of manhood. You're going to see the value what's really valuable in the world, which is a man who is um, um, focused on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, focused on his nation, right? Those that really those are the important things of a man in his life. A man's life work should be that which builds up his nation. Well, first and foremost, his work for his power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? And then for his nation, that should be your life work. When you look at Edom and how they've built up their world, right? Their world is about their nation and building up wealth and buying up land and all of those different things, buying countries, having control over oil and gold and the natural resources over the earth. They didn't do that um, um, for nothing. They did it for their family, right? And now you're gonna see what real value is, what the real value is. Matter of fact, let me see. I think it's Matthew 6, but I want to just go straight to it. Lay for yourselves. I think that's how it's spelled. Yeah, Matthew 6 and 20. It says, I'll start at 19 though. This is Matthew 6 and 19. It says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal." And that's another thing with women, man. They're very carnal and materialistic, right? They can only fathom and understand things that they can see and touch, right? It says here, "But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through and steal." So that's what real value is. That spiritual bank account, that heavenly bank account, right? A man who's set his focus on Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. See, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also, right? And women are going to understand this value, right? I remember, I don't know why I get so personal, but I was with my oldest son's mother, and I remember when she got her little boyfriend or whatever. I said to her, "Was it worth it?" And she looked at me, "Well, is what you doing worth it?" Because I was, I was out there on the highways and byways, and I said, "It will be, it will be," and I meant it, man, and I still do to this day, mean that this is real value. The scriptures and the truth and Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is the real value, you know. All right, so let me see what else I got up here. Did I read this? I did. Let's see what this is. Yeah. This is 1 Timothy 2 and 12. It says, "But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence." And you're gonna see, you're gonna see, you're gonna see a lot of women with their lips zipped. Matter of fact, I think I still got it up here. Yeah, so I was looking for a video just to show the contrast, right, to what I'm talking about. So I'm talking about a woman who's going to be in order, and I wanted to look for the opposite of the woman of today, and she is definitely one. Let me play. I forget what she says here, but I paused it here so I could play it. But here's what here she says. Yes, she says. When she says, "I'm the stereotypical black woman. Yes, I'm loud, I'm ratchet, and all this shit." I was like, "Look at this arrogant nigga here, man. Listen to this. Listen to this." Let me. I do not own the rights to this content, so please don't take my video down for playing this.
Let y'all know I am legit your stereotypical black girl. Okay, I am ratchet.
Oh, of course.
Do you want to earn a living online? Well, the reality is you have two options. First, you can build a business like all
He showed these.
I can be ghetto. I am from the hood. I am loud. I am.
Look at this, man. Look at this girl. Look at this girl. So when you can't get your face painted up like this, right? With this, I mean, me personally, I hate makeup. I don't know about any other brothers, but me, I hate makeup and I hate weaves and wigs. I hate it. I hate it, right? I mean, I'll say this. Well, let me say I prefer a woman to be without it. That's just me personally. And this, she's right. She is the stereotypical woman. And if you look at her, right, these types of women are going to be humbled, man. When you can't paint your face, when you can't put your what they call these things in, your your lace front wig with your part over the right eye instead of in the middle of your head, right? When you can't do these things, all she spoke about a couple of different things in this video, even in these 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Um, she mentioned how black men don't support black women, and so it's it's typical shit, right? But that tune is gonna change, man. That tune is gonna change when you when all hell breaks loose, man. When the time of Jacob's trouble comes, man. These women right here, what's her name? Mademoiselle. She probably Levi. Oh man, yeah, I mean, yeah, I laugh when like my kids, right, when they so like, my kids, they'll be in the house, they'll be messing around, and their mother get frustrated, and and she'll be talking to them, and then I go up there. Of course, all I gotta say is one thing, and they snap right into order. But I always laugh at their humility. Like when it was their mother, they was talking all kinds of shit and acting crazy. But when it's me, there's like you can see the change in them. Like their level of humility comes in and it's laughable, right? When you see these women pouting and scared, that's going. I mean, maybe I got a sick sense of humor, but that's funny. That's funny to me, man. That's funny to me. You're gonna see that all of this time when you were trying to, as the scripture here says, usurp the authority over men. You're gonna see that you did the wrong thing, man. And really, all of this shit is Esau's fault. He's the one that created the environment for our women to run amok, man. You know, like the scriptures say, through liberty she abused herself, right? Esau is the one that created this liberty. Do what you want to do, right? And that's not just for women either. That's for men too. Men who feel like they got a little bit of liberty, they go overboard, man. You give a mile, you give an inch, they take a mile. That's just um, I don't want to say human nature, but right now the state that we're in, it is innate for people to do that. If you allow them to do what they want to do, they will, and then some, right? So I think that's it, man. What I got over here? Yeah, yeah. All right. So let me read this real quick. This is First Timothy 5:9. It says, "Let not a widow be taken into the number under 60 years old, having been the wife of one man." So this just goes to show like the how even when a woman is taken into the church and she is taken into the congregation, there's a prerequisite where she could only she you gotta wait till she's 60 years old for her to even be in the right frame of mind to be in that church, man. You know, look at this. Well reported of for good works. If she have brought up children, if she have lodged strangers, if she have washed the saints' feet, if she have relieved the afflicted, if she have diligently followed every good work, right? That was the prerequisite for a woman to be taken in to the congregation, man. right? You had to be found worthy of being brought into the congregation. But again, the point I made at the beginning, if you look at the Baptist church, man, all these women, man, and I remember this one lady in particular. She was, I thought she was like a superhero. She had like all my grandmother used to wear them too, but she used to wear these like big ass hats. And like when she came into church, it was like the whole energy changed, man. And she could sing her ass off. That was one thing too. She was always singing, and she would walk her ass up to the front with them big ass hats on. And I remember going. I forget. I think it was a funeral, and I went back to that church or something. I can't remember exactly what I went to the church for as when I got older. Well, just before the truth, so forgive me. But I went back to the church when I got older. I had to been about 19, 20, and I saw her, and she's of course older now. She's an older woman, and she had, her ankles had gotten fat, and she had one of them taped up, and she was limping. And as a I guess it was, when you're a kid, you see things from a different looking glass, right? And then when you get older, you I guess the luster of things is removed, right? And I was like, damn, that bitch ain't shit. I used to think she was this, she was everything, because that's just the atmosphere that the Baptist church gives. Like the woman is like everything in there, man. I remember that feeling. But anyway, that's all I had. Hopefully that was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rachab, Dash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the GMS who rule well. Honor salutations to the elect. And with that, I say shalom.